Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Hope y'all having a fantastic, you know,
Amazing, awesome, spectacular.
holiday
Yes.
season, whatever. Merry Christmas is what I mean to say. So, what y'all been up to, man? Y'all enjoying your Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Hope everybody gets what they want from Santa.
No, it says she is here.
Hey, girl.
Casanova Frankenstein, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? So as usual, we're gonna start out with something light until everybody gets in here, and then we can go on with the show a little bit. So we can talk about your weekend. We can talk about any shows that you're watching. We can talk about the disaster known as Earth Abides. So first and foremost, I want to apologize to anyone. I know when this show first started, I said that it was good,
I thought it was going to be good.
and I'm coming to you right now, and I'm apologetic. I want to say to you, I am so sorry. I recommended this asinine show. Okay, so I hope you can accept my humble apology.
Is there a possibility you think it could?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I don't. Did you watch the last episode?
I did not. No. Sorry. It's me.
Casanova said, woke up 9 a.m., poured the first drink at 9:15. Listen,
way early. Way early.
Right there with you. Happy holidays. So I'm going to talk about this stupid show until more people show up. So Earth Abides, right?
No chance of getting better, according to you. Zero.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't see it coming.
All right.
I don't see it happening at all. It's such.
They hooked us all in the. Well, I guess that's what they are supposed to do in the first episode. I thought it was going to be better, but go ahead. I keep cutting you off.
No, you're fine. You're right. I thought the same thing when they went to Las Vegas and like that lady explained about her children, and then he left and they killed herself. I'm like, what type of adventures is this dude going to get himself into? Like, I can't wait to see what he's about to get into in this show. Where's he going to go? You know? And then he goes home and he has to bury his mom and mother and father. And I'm like, this is really good. Like, this is really heartfelt. I can feel his pain. Having to go bury your parents, go home and find them
after you don't know what happened. Yeah.
And then the show just went to ass. It went
just
straight to ass. I could not believe what I was watching. I was like, wow, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. So do you have any thoughts on this before I explain the show that you didn't watch that I watched?
Easy.
I'm just saying.
No. I now watch. What's going to happen is people are going to stop watching, and then next season it's going to be gangbusters. Well, but go ahead.
It's going to take an act of God for someone to tell me
to watch it
about
again.
it, because there ain't no way. There ain't no way. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're in here, all 2 people. Thank you, all 2 people. If you're in here, don't forget to hit that like button. And we also have a Discord where my sister's going to start responding to some of these comments. Isn't that right, sis?
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks. So, just a brief overlook about this previous episode. In the last episode of Earth Abides, as I sat there with Frankenstein says she lying. Yeah, I know. I forget who the main character is. He gets mauled by
Ish.
That's his name?
Yes.
See?
It's short for Isherwood, I think they said.
Of course it is. So he gets mauled. He gets mauled by a mountain lion. Casanova says she is not going to respond to these comments. Casanova, I know. I'm her brother, and I know. I got to beg her, please. Please, just put a question mark or something in there, something, anything to let them know that you're alive.
Anything. I give the thumbs up and smiley faces. I respond.
Anything.
And with the emojis.
Just say hi, something.
Okay, I will. Everybody. Oh, my word. Thanks, Casanova.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for pointing that out, Casanova. I didn't want to have to keep doing it myself. Anyway, as far as Ish is concerned, I have to keep watching this ish.
That's the
So
first thing I thought when they said his name. Go ahead.
so he gets mauled by a mountain lion, right? And the next week you're like, oh, let me see what is taking place, right? Is he gonna die? Is he gonna pass away? No, he's fine.
Oh,
He's fine in like
good.
7 minutes. As a matter of fact, Frankenstein's here. I'm here to point stuff out. I appreciate you pointing stuff out.
Please stop.
No, keep going. Keep going. Light that comment section up. Put everything in there.
Go ahead.
So, one of the people in the comment section said that this was about religion.
You know who that person was.
I know exactly who that person is. She said it was about religion, and then it just dawned on me. I was like, no. At first, I'm like, no, it can't be. Like, this cannot be about religion, and it completely went over my head. But in this episode, after he gets mauled by this lion, he's laying up in his bed. He's bleeding. I should bring it up on the thing. He gets mauled by this lion, and the lady who lied and said she was a doctor has to perform surgery on him to save his life. And she does. Saves his life.
She's got a skill set.
And as he's recovering, he looks at her. She looks at him and says, I lied to you. I'm not a doctor. But I don't know how I was able to perform surgery on you and save your life. And he was like, I do. The truth caught up to a lie. And I was like, oh,
so
I see it now. I see it. I see the whole thing. The picture has become clear. It's just, that's why nobody ever gets hurt, or there's no fight. There's no gunfire. There's no knife play. Nobody like yells at one another. There's always a lesson to be learned at the end of this, like G.I. Joe. There's always something that goes on. Everything gets resolved in 45 minutes. Nobody ever like dies or anything. Nothing. Everybody's just like, oh, yeah, I thank you for opening my eyes. I'm like, what kind of shit is this?
So you would, if you were in her shoes, I believe her name is Molly. I'll have to double check that. But if you were in her shoes, you would never have told him that you did not actually have that skill set. Like, you would have just kept up the lie.
No, first of all, hold up. Okay. That says a lady about being the doctor, like Georgia lied about being a marine biologist. This show is stealing stuff from episodes of Seinfeld. I agree. First, here's my thing. Okay. Right? Here's my thing. Right. You just joined a group of people.
Molly is her name, but
right? Go ahead. Molly just joined a group of people.
Yep.
Right? Yep. You know that the rest of the world is deceased. It's just you.
A large portion of
people,
the world.
Right? Somebody at some point gonna need a doctor, and they're gonna look at you because you said you was a doctor. Why would you pick that?
Well, would you not? Okay, well, this is why she picked it, right? Because it's been 14 years since they've been there. 7 years since they've been there at this point.
No, right? it's much longer than that. Hang on, I gotta acknowledge somebody who has been amazing for our channel recently. Dieter,
hey, Dieter,
who I met on Julie B Deep Dive stream. Really great guy, an amazing subscriber to Julie, and helps her out a lot.
Thanks for joining.
He's a really good dude. He says, hey everyone, just hopping in to say Merry Christmas, enjoy the stream, and hit the like button.
Merry Christmas.
Dieter, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Yeah. Melba says happy holidays, no doubt. So
happy holidays, Melba.
If you were a liar pants, and you were joining a group of people, would you say you were a doctor? Right? Would you say you were a doctor? No, these are not things you could just pick up, right? Are you gonna go to a restaurant and be like, yeah, I'm a chef, and they never cooked nothing in your life? No, you can't do that. They're gonna call on you to do something in a minute.
Okay, but the reason why I'm asking is because they've had multiple births at this point with her being there. Her best friend, Jessica, I can't remember what her name is, the one that you thought was an alcoholic and got over it. She's had a kid. Emma's had another kid. I would guess that they would have called on her to help birth these children just in case they had another baby or something. So, so I'm just saying. So you're saying you would never have ever You would have never started with that lie?
No, man. You know they're gonna call on you to fix something. Somebody gonna get cut. Somebody gonna get cut or hurt. They're gonna fall. Something's gonna happen. They're gonna look at you like, you. And you're like, nah, I
Well,
was
she
just
did it
bullshitting.
though. She did it.
I made all that up just so I could say it with you guys.
Maybe she was on the slide reading the books that Ish is reading and was like, I can do this. I got
Anyway.
this. I can sew somebody up from multiple wounds from a mountain lion.
So
I got it.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
I guess that the point is
Moving
that
on.
God moved her hand and helped sew him up. Now, I'm not opposed to the subject matter of this show. I'm not against any shows that have to do
The
with
religious faith.
Right. I'm not against that. What I was expecting something different. I was expecting something way different. I was not expecting like the human version of Care Bears, because that's what this is. It's just people getting along like, hey, I love you. I love you too. I know we just met, but maybe we should sit down and have a drink or something. It's just like that. There's no conflict. You're like, I think I like this. Nobody's mad at anybody for anything. It's just a lot of misunderstandings that get rectified in 45 minutes. You didn't see the last show, so they're ahead now.
Yeah. They've been jumping ahead a lot.
There's another family, right?
Oh, okay.
And the kids get older, but the
you don't have to call me out for not watching the episode, but go ahead.
That's fine.
Jeez.
The initial two, the Ish and his wife.
Ish. No
They're not aging.
Terrible.
Right? Their kids are like 15 and 16 years old, right?
Right.
Ish still looks like he's in his 20s.
Okay.
Maybe
35.
Early 30s. He doesn't look like he's grown. He doesn't look like he's aged at all. They haven't put any age makeup, nothing on him. He's just the same person.
I mean, I guess living off the land's keeping him young.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. He's got like a 12, 13-year-old son. He didn't look like he aged a day. A day. Christopher Bailey says, why on earth would you leave Vegas? Listen, typically I would agree with you, right? But I think you'd get tired of all them goddamn bells and whistles after a while. You wouldn't get tired of that?
You wouldn't. I mean, he was able to install solar system. You wouldn't have been able to disconnect that stuff. I would have left for purposes of, I got crazy 1 and crazy 2 in here. What other potential crazy is going to come in here?
I mean, being I'll just say being prior military, having to do stuff like this when you have to set up camp, stuff like that. It's not easy to have to reroute power from a building that immense. Like it'd be easier if you were in a house.
You can't flick a switch on the back of
but power's gonna go out. Then you gotta
No, on the machines. Boop boop. Click one, boop boop. All the machines, you're not gonna just why are you looking at me?
So yes. Where do you think the power for that machine comes from? Magic?
No, I'm not saying to turn off the power to the building. I'm just saying you go to slot machine 1 and flick it off.
Mm-hmm.
Slot machine 2, move militarily through the floor, disconnect the machines or whatever, turn them off. So I'm just saying potentially because you might have a better vantage point if someone's coming to like, if they were going to go this route with like some kind of animosity somewhere, you would have a better vantage point high up in the.
I mean, you would, but you can't. You're starting off small. You got, first of all, you shouldn't have to defend
a casino.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to defend it from anybody because you have nothing anyone can't get on their own. The world is dead. You can get whatever you want anywhere.
But you don't know that at this point. We don't.
What are you coming into Vegas for? Kung Pao chicken? You could get it. Jeez. You could get it anywhere. There's nothing I have that you can't get unless it's just like shelter. And you have all of Vegas.
Ultimately,
you have the entire world.
It's ultimately going to run out.
Shelter?
The Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
You said it.
That's the part. That's the part I'm talking about. Like I would understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
I would understand that part. Like you actually have to grow your own food and you're in the desert. So I would understand that part. But trying to supply power to a building that large for you 6 people until your group gets larger. It doesn't make any sense. So you would have to find a house or a neighborhood or something where you can actually supply power
Okay.
that you need.
All
So,
right.
but yeah, the show's stupid.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's just stupid, and they just keep fast forwarding it now. And now there's a guy
Mhm.
in the group. So now this week the whole thing was water. They were trying to find water, right? They were trying to find like a reservoir to be able to build water.
Well, what have they been doing all these 14 plus years?
They were, um,
Going to the Walmart,
they were growing food. So I guess they didn't have enough water for.
the number of people they now
Yeah.
have.
So here's an idea, right? This is a crazy idea, right? What I'm just going to put it to you, the people, right? You are in an area where water is scarce. What would be your first move? Time's ticking. First answer is probably going to be the right one. So I
Uh-oh.
can't wait to see. What would you do?
I don't know the rules. I know maybe hang
I'm just going to
something.
make I'm going to make it
Wait.
easy.
So I know like you're supposed to hang something to collect water, right? Or I don't know. Don't people out in the desert drink their own urine?
Casanova Franklin says, I'm just going to say her last name. I'm tired of saying the whole thing. Frankenstein says, seed the clouds for rain. You could do that.
How you gonna see? What do you have Frankenstein to seed these? You know what? Forget I even asked. How you gonna see?
What's the easiest thing to do?
Drink your own urine. I don't know. Don't people in the desert do that? I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna help everyone out.
Okay. What are you supposed
Frankenstein
to
says I have a plane. Okay, before you get in your plane though, right before you get in your plane, here's the better idea, right?
Don't you hang something and let it collect the water and filter it down?
That is an idea.
Yeah.
That is an idea.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
or you can pack your ass up and move to somewhere where there's water.
But okay, but now your issue is sustainability as far as the food, right? Because you got the cows or whatever that he killed for food. You got the chicken coop that you didn't set up because there were apparently wild chickens out there. Like you have all your food resources there. So now how do we know that in the apples that he was able to collect, how do we know now that there's going to be the sustainability as far as food wherever we now move to?
They're growing stuff. They're growing stuff.
They weren't growing the apples that he collected when he picked up Evie.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Like they're okay, so they were in his backyard drilling. You didn't need to do that. Just move. Just move. Get some clothes and move. Just move. Okay.
Yeah, but the reason I can see a plausible reason why they didn't do that because he sat up there. Now he's got the house set up for the solar.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean, that I don't
it's
know.
a lot of decisions got to be made.
Fletch,
I mean, they fought off the
what'd it do?
rats. You want to?
Don't even get me started on that rat episode. That rat episode was BS. I don't even know. Don't even get me started on that because that was crap. That whole episode
They
was
fought
just
off
junk.
all those rats.
So I mean, that's where we're at on this episode. It looks like the woman who was drinking, she's being approached by the new guy.
Ezra.
No, you don't
Oh,
know. You don't know.
the new dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's making a move on her, and she's married
To Ezra, the throuple that they got going on.
Yes, yes. So I guess that's the issue now. So
okay.
that's the thing. So Melba said, I feel bad for that dog. Melba, I feel like that dog's been put out of its misery.
They killed Lucky. Lucky's dead.
That dog.
Lucky wasn't so lucky.
You think that dog
I'm sorry.
was killed accidentally? That dog probably jumped in front of that tree. He probably wanted to get away from these people just like I wanted to get away from this show. This show is terrible. Crypto. Oh, don't start. Don't start. Frankenstein's talking about crypto. I think we talked about crypto last week for this Superman show.
Yes.
God.
Please,
we're going to go into it for the end of the show.
No.
Yeah, we're going to talk about crypto again. Such a dumb idea.
All right, never mind.
It's whatever. It's fine. So, all right, what's the next show we're going to talk about? Do not watch
Earth Abides.
Earth Abides. Do not watch Earth Abides unless you love being bored. Then by all means, knock yourself out.
You,
What's next?
you, Silo.
Okay, you start.
Well, I figured that you were probably upset with this particular episode because you only had Juliet for like the last 5 minutes, if that, of the episode. So,
Actually, it's the opposite, but you go ahead and start.
what do you mean?
I mean, I'll explain it to you. Go ahead and start. You tell me.
Oh,
Tell me what your
oh, your
thoughts.
feelings were
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like Robert is just on the show for comedic relief. Because he is always the last to know any doggone thing that's happening. Like, why? His wife is more in the know than he is. And then you got Bernard. He is devious. The mayor,
Yeah.
he's devious.
Right.
So for all of you who may not have watched the episode, this particular episode, Bernard is trying to keep food from going down to the lower levels in an attempt to manipulate the mechanics working in engineering. But what he's finding and what he anticipated was that other levels would send down the chute, send food down the chute. But they sent it down, earlier than he expected, which he says, moves up his timetable. Um, you still have other people that are helping the mechanics. You have a few of the mechanics actually hooking up. I'm just saying. You have Patrick Kennedy. He explained to Sheriff Billings what's going on. So his eyes have been opened as far as what Patrick knows. And what happened prior to Juliet being sent out. He is also trying to get information to try and find out what actually happened to Judge Meadows. And it seems like Bernard was actually in love with Judge Meadows.
Yeah. Yeah. He was. Yeah. Yeah. He was. I got some thoughts on that relationship too, but
And then in a huge slap in the face, Robert, who's always wanted to be Bernard's shadow, who did he appoint the guy that was sentenced to 5 years to work in the
yeah,
mines? He
because
appointed him as his shadow.
yeah, because he was
Going
writing
through
computer
the
programs.
well,
Yeah.
he's originally from IT, Bernard.
Bailey says he couldn't get
Or
past.
Bennett.
Christopher Bailey
Sorry.
says he couldn't get past episode 2 of Silo. You mean episode 2 of season 1, or episode 2 of season 2? Uh, let's see. Fletch says Bailey gets better. I didn't like the pacing on those 2 episodes. I don't like the pacing in season 2. Just seems slower than the first season.
I agree.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. But ended up listening to the books after season 1. I'll catch up after this break though. So I heard the books were a lot better than the show.
hmm
I mean the show is intriguing to me. I really like it. I'm gonna finish watching it. Um, I did not like the last 2 episodes because they just dragged so much. Like they just showed Nichols walking around the silo trying to collect these pieces, and she did that for 3 episodes, and you're like, my God, dude, let's find something else to do. And then I guess she was doing that, trying to give time for her silo to start a rebellion, or you'd become a little bit more enthralled with the judge and the moving pieces with Sims. Is it Sims?
Robert, yeah.
Yeah. And
The punchline of the entire show, as far as I'm concerned.
which I get. I totally understand that you need time to explain that part
The
of the
story.
show. Right. You need to show how the rebellion is starting to take shape. I understand that, but you have to give Nichols something to do. Like, I don't want to watch her walk around in the dark with the infection. I don't want to see that. Like, you like I like the back and forth between her and the possibility that this gentleman who is
Solo.
the gentleman who says he's Solo is who's clearly not. Right now you're trying to figure out what he didn't what he is. Like, is he does he have a problem with
What
children,
his secret is,
or
right?
is he lying because he's a murderer and he's trying to get away from that past? Like, what is his deal? That I like. It's just there's too much back and forth of her not doing anything. Um, Melba says she loved Landman a lot. I love Landman too. I have not watched the latest episode. I hope that it's good. Have you watched?
I haven't had a chance. No,
Have
sorry.
you watched any of it?
Yeah.
Have you watched up to the last episode?
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess both of us are in the dark. So I probably watched that. I probably watch that in the next day
Day
or
or
two.
so, yeah, me too.
We'll find out what's going on in
Well,
that.
it'll probably be after Christmas. I'm not gonna lie. Unless I
Bailey
watch
said I
it
started to
tonight.
watch Landman and then go back to Silo. He must have hated Silo for real. I didn't think it was that bad. So, um, I think this season ends with her getting back to her Silo.
I don't know because it sounded like Solo did something with her suit that she um pieced together. He said it's fine and she can get it, but who knows?
Well, she found a helmet
Yeah,
under someone's bed.
right. That was
So,
before the end of the prior episode
were they hiding it?
where no, I think that's just where the person was storing. Remember, she's going into different people's residences. So it was probably just where that individual stored it.
Fletch said, "What's Landman about?" Well, it's funny you should ask, Fletch. Um, Landman is an amazing show.
I think so.
Landman is an amazing show. So it's who's the main character? It's Billy Bob Thornton. Billy
Hmm.
Bob Thornton is a guy um who
He's the problem solver for a oil.
for an oil company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can explain.
No, you got it.
I'll see if I can bring.
Seriously? Okay. I thought you were.
Go ahead. I'll see if I can bring up a trailer or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. You don't want me doing that.
No.
Okay. My sister doesn't want me to get copyright.
No.
So
Sorry, guys.
he makes deals with anything that would stop production, basically. Cartels who may want to use whatever roads they have for distribution of drugs. They make a deal with those drug dealers and say, hey, why don't we come to, I'll give you this amount, or basically, or just get rid of them altogether. And he has a son who wants to figure out how to drill oil and stuff. So you get an up close look as to what it takes to be a roughneck and have to do all of this work. And he has to ride back and forth between the oil drill or the people on the drill and the boss, and to try to fix everything. And then there's people who perish in the process, like because it's a very dangerous job being a roughneck. They earn a lot of money. Typically, a lot of people who do this job are
Undesirables.
ex-cons, things like that. And they can earn. I think on the show they said they can earn up to 180 million, 180 million,
Oh, can I get
180,000.
into that
Sorry,
field? Gee.
sorry. So it is a very good show, mixed in with some family drama,
Craziness.
but it's a very good
You
show.
have two young ladies on the show who can't seem to get dressed.
Yeah.
His daughter and his ex-wife, who I guess they're now trying to reconnect or whatever. So, but I feel like it is a good show outside of the nonsense that goes on between Billy Bob Thornton and his daughter. I feel like those characters are going to get more depth to them, but right now they're very shallow, his daughter and his ex-wife. um but right now your main focus is on the business dealings of the oil tycoon, um and how he fixes the issues that are coming up, or periodically, whether or not it's an issue about, do we put the money into fixing the oil wells, or do we just keep running them dangerously, and have potentially someone else get hurt, where they've already got lawsuits. There was a incident already where they had an easement agreement between the cartel and themselves, and the cartel landed a plane that ran into a 18 wheeler or something, exploded on the roadway. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of, yeah.
So the drug dealers landed a G5 on a regular highway that the oil tycoons had built to move oil in and out of their from their from where they were pumping it, and they landed on the other side of this hill. This 18-wheeler comes over the hill, not expecting to see any traffic, and there's an airplane landed sideways in the middle of the road. So he hit it, and that jet fuel hit that oil, and it blew up. And now he owes drug dealers like 30 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So they want their money. They're not too happy about that. It is what's the Texas shit?
Yellowstone?
It's Yellowstone,
Yeah.
but with oil.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. So if you like Yellowstone, you're gonna love this. Only this has way more cursing in it.
Oh,
if you've ever seen anything with Billy Bob Thornton in it,
yeah, then you know what to expect.
F-bomb every other word. F-bomb every other word for no reason. Like he's not even upset. He's just F this, F that, F that. If you, it's every other word. It's insane. I'm like, oh my God.
Stop it. Now you got sensitive ears. Get out of here.
Boy, just saying.
So back to Silo.
Yeah, back to Silo. So Silo's good. It's just I need him to pick up the pace. It's really good. I like the mayor. I think the mayor is 2 steps ahead of everyone. What? He knows everything. Everything. And I know he has cameras that watch everybody, but he's
devious, man. It's because even at one point Sheriff Billings was like, it's about the book or whatever the heck he said, the prophet. I don't know what he said. I'm like, we still on that? Like, what about right and wrong? Like, you got this man out, like, serious. Because remember, even so, when they were trying to get the people, the mechanics, and he was trying to hurry up the process, he put rat poison in their food. Like, no. I mean, it's more than just him trying to get them to stay in line with everything. Like, he's power hungry and he's devious, and
no,
he needs to get
he's trying
his
to
just
end.
dues.
He's trying to end the rebellion.
The rebellion that he's making worse.
No, no, he's trying to cease it with power instead of trying to negotiate
right.
like a peace. He's just trying to say, listen, I'm in charge.
Right.
Okay. I will shut all of this down. You won't eat, you won't drink, you won't do anything.
Yeah, well, where are they now? They're on level 120. And he said the food crop farm or something was on level 122. So they have food.
Well, here's my thing, right? It's a symbiotic relationship because yes, they have the food. Well, they did have the food. Yes, they have the food, and yes, they have the people, like more people and everything like that. I think they have more people.
Who? The mechanics?
No.
The upper levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the mechanics have access to the power.
Exactly.
So, like,
what
if
do you
you
think
don't
I'm gonna
feed us, I'll shut this whole thing down.
Right.
You won't get nothing.
Right. But do you do that? And because now you're also hurting yourself. Of course, I would presume at this point they know how to live without. But I think it's in essence, if they shut down the power, it's also hurting themselves.
Bailey says Silo makes me mad about that tape. Yeah, I didn't. The whole thing about people going outside confuses me.
Why?
Well,
it's a long pause. Go ahead.
It just doesn't. My brain can't put it together. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Here, okay, I'll give you the pieces, and you see if you can put this mess together.
Okay, gotcha.
You can't breathe outside.
Right.
So why are we putting tape around people's wrists that poison you?
Huh? The tape doesn't what?
It was the tape that was killing people.
The tape was not killing.
Or it was eating through the suit. One of the two things.
Right. So it was we'll just call it subpar tape, right? So it was you were putting it there to make you feel better, but we knew it was trash
Oh, it
tape.
just wasn't sticking.
Right. It was just not.
But
It was
why?
worthless to make you person feel better, because if we gave you something that you knew
Oh.
wasn't, are you gonna go?
No, I understand. I know why now. I know
Okay.
why.
Well,
And I
fill
just
me
figured it
in.
out. Look
Got
at,
it.
do you see how it just happened?
Uh-oh.
It just happened.
He got it, y'all.
I figured it out.
Okay, go ahead.
I figured it out. I will put it to y'all first. I'm going to see if y'all can come up with a good response. First of all, Fletch says, do you think Bernard is speaking with other silos from the wall? That is a
Yes.
very, very good
I
question.
think he is too. Because he seems to know a lot of information that has happened, like in the silo that Solo is in.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think that they're talking. I think they all run off of the same book of instruction. I think they all run off the order and what they want.
Right, but
the
he
directives,
but he knew that that silo had a rebellion.
because of the camera that was on Nichols's helmet.
You did tell me that.
It followed. He was able to track her through a
Right.
camera that was on her helmet or vest or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, then maybe not. But
Bailey
I'm still
said,
gonna
"I
say
died
yes.
because mediocre tape is just wild to me. It is wild, and I can't believe I just figured out why they
Okay,
use
well,
mediocre
since you
tape.
figured it
Just take
out,
a guess. Take a shot in the dark. Why do you think they would want you to die with the tape and not run out of oxygen in the suit? Because you can't breathe outside. You're going to die. So why would they use subpar tape?
To make you, the person walking out there, more inclined to actually go out there and not. No? Well, since you got the dish.
Melba says, show the fake image to clean the screen. That's close. It's very
Okay,
close.
Melba. All right.
Think about it. Just think about it.
Bruh,
Just think about it. Just think about it. Think about it in your brain. Right? You're gonna die.
I gave you the first half of the answer. Can you give me the second?
I thought you were
half of
gonna
the
get it. I thought you were
answer?
gonna get it. And you were just like you just wet the bed. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know where your brain went. That was wrong. That was wrong. So you're gonna die,
Yep.
right? You're either going to die because you run out of oxygen in your suit, or you're going to die because the tape. Now, why?
Radiation.
Why would they want you to wear the subpar tape
Back at the
so
same
that you die
question I
faster?
don't have an answer for.
You die faster.
Right.
Why?
Radiation. I don't know.
Why would they want you to die faster
So
rather than
so
slower?
that they could see you.
Yes.
Well,
They want you to. They want the people to see you die.
yes.
Because if they don't see you die, just like with Nichols,
It's a rebellion.
yes, that's why.
That was a long way to get right back to
Well,
where we
I'm
are.
trying to, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Nowhere else to go. They don't have anywhere else to go. So that's the part to me that still doesn't make sense. Like, I get why they use the subpar tape, because they needed the people to die instantly, so they didn't make it over the hill. I understand that, right? And they built the hill so you don't see all the other silos. But why is this such a fight? Like, why don't you just let them? I've said this countless other shows,
and I think that's part of the reason. I think that's part of the reason why Bernard killed Judge Meadows, is because Judge Meadows, when she agreed to have the meeting with the mechanics, he asked her specifically, why, and you're gonna give them what they want or whatever. She said, no, I'm just going to, you know basically placate them. I'll create like a committee to, act like we're gonna look into just sending someone out to investigate. But ultimately, if you do that, then they will get tired of just saying, okay, we're at this meeting again, we're just talking about it again. Ultimately, you would have to take that step forward and send someone out to satisfy the desires of the people in the silo. So I think that's part of the reason why he killed her and didn't give her, the suit or whatever.
There are a lot of dumb mistakes being made on this show. A lot of dumb mistakes.
All right.
Like, if the mayor wants power, all he has to do is send someone outside. All he has to do is send someone outside. He's so concerned about following this book, right? That his decision making just doesn't it doesn't make any sense. First of all, before we go any further, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and it helps out the algorithm. And
That it does.
if you stick around, I'll tell you some of the dumb stuff I did when I
boy.
first started my YouTube channel. And anybody else who is interested in starting a YouTube channel, I can assist you in not making some of the dumb mistakes I made when I first started out. Anyway, continue on.
You were talking.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I saying? All right. So the first thing
Why he doesn't send someone out.
Yeah, the first thing that doesn't make sense to me. You could quell this entire rebellion if you just tell everyone you can't breathe outside. Okay, you can't. Look, go outside. I'm gonna let we're gonna have you pick anyone you trust, right? I'm gonna put him in a suit. I'm gonna put him in a suit and I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna let you go outside for 10 seconds. And then I'm gonna let you see there ain't shit out there. Nothing. Okay, there's nothing.
I would presume that there is a reason that they've not yet explained on why they haven't done that.
Power. It's for some reason.
But what, like, would you not carry the same power if you did this, like, you know what I mean? Or
Well, I mean, to me, it would seem that it would seem
boy.
It would seem that the mayor would have more power,
Right.
because he understands more about the world than anyone else in this silo. He understands what is going on. So he would be more inclined to be the one in charge because he understands everything. I'm trying to keep you here. I'm trying to keep you safe. It is not safe to go outside. You will die if you go outside. Send 2 people out. You can come right back in. You can show them for yourself. You can't live out there. I don't understand why we just don't do that. Like, why is he so interested in being like, all right, we're gonna beat you all up? No need for that. No need for that. I'm gonna open the door. You can go outside. Go outside and look.
But that's what I'm saying. I would guess that somewhere written in this book of rules that they keep referring to, there has to be a reason why they're not doing that.
Dennis Ray said, I keep hearing about this algorithm. Sounds like a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy because you think that you have a finger on exactly what YouTube is looking for. Now, what YouTube is looking for is they would like more views than subscribers. Watch time is very important, and the more people who watch your content, they feel like you're worth watching. So they will promote you more. I mean, more eyes on. So that's what we hope to get to at some point.
Look at there.
Again, if you have a YouTube channel, you have any questions, or if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, I would be more than happy to assist you and not making some of the dumb mistakes I made. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to do anything. I will gladly share this information with you. All you have to do is ask. So that's issue number 1.
Okay. Which you've brought up quite a few times.
Yeah.
Was that not as pertinent or important to you in season 1? Like, it's become more of a nagging issue to you this season because of how the rebellion and everything that's going on?
I think, yeah, because I didn't understand exactly the full scope
Right.
of what what was going on. Like, there was, you just knew everybody was trapped in a silo, but you didn't
Right.
know who was running things and why they were keeping things a secret. Now this season, you start to understand a little bit more about what's going on and how it just doesn't make any sense. Why not tell people about the blue skies that used to be? Why not tell people about the cameras? Why not tell them about all the things that used to be? They can't do anything. They're in a silo. They can't build any of this stuff, right? They'd be like, oh yeah, there used to be birds. How can that harm people? How can that harm people? Oh,
well, I think because the only logic that I can put to it is that if you start just like, so keep in mind in the last 1 or 2 episodes that Judge Meadows was in, she was kind of longing for that outdoors stuff that she was not able to access because of the situation that they're in. So the only way that she was able to do it was by using the VR goggles that Bernard had that she used, and she was able to um experience life that way. But if you start explaining oceans and elephants and lions, tigers, bears, oh my, that's going to be things that people are going to long to experience, which they're not going to be able to do. So that's why you kind of keep that locked away.
Yeah. And to me, like Nichols, she wasn't as surprised as I thought she should be
When
for
she
some of
walked
the
out.
stuff, some of the stuff she found out. She when
Well,
she
wasn't her mom some kind of
yeah,
well?
which you're finding about creatures you ain't never seen before, never seen or never heard. You would think your brain would be like, not her, not her, not her. Because remember when she was talking to Solo
Yeah.
behind the door,
Mhm.
she was like, "I saw these creatures, and they were flying."
He said they were
Like you don't know
birds.
of anything in your world
Right.
that can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden you see a creature that can fly,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, those are birds. Those are called birds." And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, she
No,
did kind of seem disinterested.
were you
And the
serious?
elephants in the circus that he was explaining, she
Yeah.
seemed so very disinterested. Right.
It seemed like it was nothing to her. It just seemed like it was nothing to her.
I
Christopher Baylor
agree.
said, "I try to listen to all Spinny's content, but you never come up." Hopefully,
Oh, we never come up.
see,
Aw.
I'm gonna just put this out.
I'll be off on the side over here. You go ahead.
I'm not gonna put it out. Like I'm not gonna take all day.
No, go ahead.
The first thing that you learn when you do YouTube, right, is
Mhm.
you have to do this because you like doing it. I like doing it. I like talking to you guys. I like hanging out with you guys. I like doing this with my sister. It's fun, right? That's the most important thing. And then the second part comes, I mean, the learning and everything else, the mistakes. You learn about your mistakes and you try to get better at those mistakes and or about not making those mistakes. And you just keep trying to get better. So that's what we do. And my dumb ass,
Oh boy.
when I first started,
Oh boy.
um, I found a company that said that
Guys,
they
never do
would,
this.
yeah, don't do any of this. I found a company that said that, oh, if you pay us, we will promote your video and we will get you some subscribers and we will get you more views. And I was like, what? Where do I sign up? I've
Keep
been trying to get views and
keep in mind,
subscribers.
everyone, this was prior to me being
Like a babe in the woods,
included.
like an idiot. I signed up for that. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. So I did it. And right after I did it, I got all the subscribers and I got all these views. And in the last few days here, I think I went from 1533 down to 1514 and still dropping, which is fine. I don't want to do this the wrong way. I want to do this the right way. I wasn't actually getting views. I wasn't actually getting subscribers. It was fake accounts, and um, I wasn't getting. It was happening all wrong.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to be.
We want to be for
Yeah. I
real with
wanted
the
to.
real people,
Yeah.
the
I want real
public.
people to see.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's the point there. So I'm trying to do this the right way. I want regular people to watch this. I don't want people going out there telling their like cousins, be like, hey, go watch this. I don't want to do that. Like I want to
Yeah.
watch. I want
People
people to do
that
it the right way.
who like when we do our lives now that we can interact with um and on Discord or whatever when he responds.
That's all right. That's all right. Uh, no company sounds dicey. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 I wish I had you to talk to, Dennis.
Again, it was
When I first
before.
did this,
Yeah.
because I was just trying to do anything I could to get my name out there, and
Oh.
that was not the way.
Yeah.
So
But we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you joining and popping on to the lives that we have, and hope that, word of mouth from you guys, like, subscribe, sharing,
yeah,
will get us to where we're trying to get.
if you want to
So,
subscribe, but I
yep.
appreciate it. If you want to hit us with a like button, I like that too.
Yep.
We're gonna get there. We're
Yep.
gonna get there together. We're gonna get there the right way. So
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Melba says we found y'all from Salty Nerd Podcast. I love those guys. I love those guys. We found each other and we just started. Well, actually, they
Found you.
found me from
Yeah.
Invasion, and we
Yeah.
started collabing, and
Yep.
that was a great time. I love those guys; they're amazing. And yeah, anytime they ask me or I get a chance to be on the show, I'd love
Good
to be
show.
on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys over there, he was very nice, and he helped me with a lot of information, and he was very kind and didn't ask anything from me. He was just very giving with that information. So they're great guys.
Yeah.
If you know who the Salty Nerds are, they talk about movies and shows just like I do. So
Yeah.
go give them a check. Go give them a check out. Go check them out. See what you
Jeez.
think of them,
Good
and
show.
go watch them. Uh, wish they were not so
Mm.
political. Yeah, I've noticed that too. But
But that's their
that's their
platform.
channel. I
Yeah.
can't. I still like them. Um, yeah, I agree with you, but I still think they're a great bunch of guys. I love those guys. So, all right. So what are we talking about now? What are we talking? We're still talking about Silo. Silo. Back to Silo.
Oh boy. Back to Silo.
Nichols. Nichols was the last thing. Nichols was the last thing.
Yeah. That you were talking about.
Nichols was the last thing I really didn't understand about her. She's kind of confusing to me. Last
Why?
year, she was very easy to understand. She was given this book, and she found out that her mother was part of a secret society that
Right.
knew about all this stuff. Plus, she
Mm-hmm.
found the
That's why her mom was killed. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she found out about the space underneath the silo where the
Mm-hmm.
drill and all that stuff was.
The water and everything. Yeah.
So there was that, right? But now
Mm-hmm.
she's trapped with a gentleman whose name she thinks might not be Solo.
Well, but that's the only name we have, so we'll keep calling him Solo.
He's clearly a psychopath
Oh.
and has some hidden
Agendas.
yeah,
Secrets.
he's got some issues,
Yeah.
right? So why would you make this man mad? Like if your objective is to get back to your silo, who gives who cares?
Okay, but right now, so this episode when he got angry, because he got angry last episode. This episode when he got angry because he's trying, because remember he said I only have 10 months to live in this place unless you can fix the water. The water is going to keep rising. So that's all he's asking her to do. Her thing is, I don't have time to fix your water issue, dude, because I got to get back home. So that's where the disconnect is there. No?
No. No, you see, first of all, she knew something was wrong when she saw those two
The dead
fresh
bodies.
deceased people
Right.
outside of the area where he was staying.
His vault, yeah.
Right. So once you've seen that, you know that something is up, right?
Yes. Well, that's why she asked him.
And you find out that he might not be Solo. Why would you bring that to his attention? Why would you be like, listen, check this out. Says right here you're full of ish, right? Says right here you're a liar. Would you care to explain? Since we're the only two people in this dark silo and in a completely destroyed world, and there's nobody over here but me and you. And if you were to actually do something to me, there's nothing that I can do about it except fight back. But you know the silo better than I do. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? I wouldn't care. I would not care at all. Oh, you did that? That's what's up. They probably deserved it. They probably deserved it. You killed them? That's crazy, man. Good for you. High five. That's definitely what I'd have done. Would you call him on it? I don't care.
But if she, okay, I agree. But if she had the inkling, let's say in the back of her mind, that she was going to bring Solo back, you don't want to bring back that.
I hear what you're saying, but
She's vetting him.
the point
That's
I'm
it.
making is
She's vetting him.
you think that this man is dangerous. You think that
Mhm.
he's dangerous, and you think that maybe he's up to no good, which is a valid assessment, right? Especially with all the stuff that you've caught him possibly lying about.
Mhm.
In this case, you need to make a judgment call, right? Do I piss this man off by confronting him with this information? As if he did it, he's not going to be like, "Yeah, you got me. You got me." You know what? I did do that. I took all those people out and did this because I was bored. I didn't have anything to do. He's not going to go along with it if he did do it. If he did the things that you suspect him of doing, he's going to do it to you, right? Which means you need to stay focused on the task at hand, which is getting out and getting back to your silo.
Mhm.
Either that or finding a way into the vault that
He keeps going into.
right,
Uh-huh.
and locking yourself in there and then trying to figure out a way to call the other silo, I guess. Maybe you can do that. I don't know, but you need to keep him on your side. You need his help.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to play dumb.
Well, there apparently is something back behind that door that he doesn't want her to gain access to, and that might be the ability to reach out to another silo. Who knows? But he's not allowed her in there at all since she's been there. And those other people, that's why that writing was on the wall about we're gonna find our way in or something. I forget the verbiage. But about basically forcing their way into the vault that he is in. So there apparently is something of significant value behind that door.
I'm gonna see if I can find that scene. I'm gonna play it for y'all because when you see it, you're gonna be like, "What a dummy!" Well, I don't know why you would do
With the
that.
picture, when she confronts him with the picture.
It's a short. I'm not gonna get copyright for this. It's just it's gonna be quick.
Okay.
So keep the people entertained while I do this. Melba says technology. Dennis Wright says I like movie and TV analysis and reviews. Well, Dennis, I like bringing it to you. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
I like doing this so that y'all can hang out and we can just like kick it. You've had a friend, right? Where you'd be like, "Yo, did you see this show?"
Yeah.
And you just talk about it with your friends. That's what I want this to be like. Like I don't need it to be any sort of important get together or be like anything ridiculous. Now, maybe we can format it a little bit better where we talk about certain subjects and we go from one subject to the next. And maybe we'll get like that. Again, we're learning as we go and we'll try and get it a bit better. But yeah, I just want this to be like friends who get to talk to one another, you know? I don't want this to be crazy.
Yeah. That's why I say, when I say fam, you know.
Bailey says I'm looking for something to watch now. Let's see, we got Landman. Do not watch Earth Abides. Do not
Mm.
watch Earth Abides. The next thing. We'll talk about that in a second. But
Uh, okay.
what else was in the picture
What?
besides Santa Claus and Silo? Day of the Jackal. Day of the Jackal. I don't know if any of you have seen Day of the Jackal. It didn't go left. It stayed left. It started left and stayed left. Okay. Everything. No, you're right. You're right. Because it looked promising at first and then it wet the bed immediately.
Yeah. I think it.
What?
Well, no, I was just agreeing with you. I think Earth Abides, like we stated earlier, just it looked of interest, and I think that's potentially the only reason they showed that preview with him sleeping in the bed for the most part after he was bit by the snake. That's kind of what gained your interest. But after episode, like I thought it was gonna get, like I was trying to give it the possibility of getting like the room to get better. They were building the characters. They keep fast forwarding years and years and stuff like that. But it's kind of stagnant at this point, and for it to only be what 4 or 5 episodes in, it's kind of
Melba
rough.
says, as far as Day of the Jackal,
Mhm.
that he is the worst spy. You are 100% right. And I got questions.
Yes,
We're going to
girl.
go into that in a second. We're going to go into that in a second, but I got problems with that show too. I mean, it's a good show. Don't get me wrong.
It
It's a
is.
fantastic show. It's a fantastic show. But he did some shit. He did some stuff in that show. I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming at
Boy.
all. Now, Bailey says, I'm here for the Jackal. I watched it. So I did not finish it, right?
Neither did I.
I'm trying to finish it.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode you're in. I think I'm in episode 7 or 8.
Mhm. I don't think I'm
Um,
that far in.
so is that cool if we talk
Go ahead.
up to episode 8?
Yeah.
You want to just go? Melba says it's trash. Melba!
The bit that I shouldn't say the bit, the episodes that I have watched, Melba, you are breaking his heart.
Melba, stop
The
it.
episodes that I have watched, I thought were
Melba.
interesting. I mean, they are questionable. I think as far as I got was when his wife found out, a little bit further past, like when his wife found out, and her brother was her mom was like, "You need to break up with him," or whatever. Like, it was a little bit past that episode where, like, his wife found out that what he says he does for a living is not accurate. Is basically how I'll word that.
Melba called it trash. Melba.
Melba, you are breaking his heart. But from what I have seen, I like the series so far, but like I said, I'm not as far in. I don't think as far in as you are.
All right.
So
So I guess we'll
go
go into
ahead.
it and talk about it. So
I'm gonna watch it anyway. So I mean,
it it's good. And at first I was amazed by the character who played Jackal. I thought he did a fantastic job.
mm-hmm,
Um I thought he did an amazing job when he he was so professional in the way that he had done things,
mm-hmm,
the way that he insisted that things would be so clean,
mm-hmm,
and that he would always make sure that no one knew his identity
mm-hmm.
and all of that. And then it's like he threw all of that out the window.
Well, hold on, timeout. He threw it out the window. Are you talking about when that guy tried to play him and not pay him?
I think that's when it
When
started.
it started, right?
Yeah, that's when it
Because
started.
when the contract that he had at that time, they told him, make sure you're out of, I forget what country he was in. Like, finish up whatever you're doing, but we need you out of the country because we don't need any extra eyes here or whatever. And he went and killed that guy that didn't pay him for the contract that he had just completed.
Uh, Here's my thing. He's not poor,
No, by no means. The house that they have is beautiful,
right? So
but he is doing it like like the way that it looks, because when they show him walking into his house and into his office, like, he is doing this business like a true business, multi-million dollar businessman.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if you love
another long pause, guys.
if you love you love your wife and kid, right?
Yep.
Your wife has just found out that you are.
An assassin.
No, she doesn't think that. Well, she may suspect that, but he
Well,
didn't
didn't
tell
they
her that.
find all the when they broke into the
Yeah, she didn't tell him she was an assassin though. He said that he was a spy,
yeah,
but he didn't kill people. Is what he said.
yeah. She didn't believe that.
I, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't. It just seems like he broke every one of his rules for this one job. He was fine. Like no one could see his face. No one would.
But they found him. He was trying to.
Right, but he agreed to it. They were like they were like, listen, we want you to do this job. We'll pay you $100 million. And he was like, no, I'm. Oh no, they said we need to see.
See
I
in
need to see you
person,
in
right?
person. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then he agreed to it because they were going to pay him $100 million. Bro, no, no,
It's a
no. And
lot of
now look,
it's a lot of
he
money.
could still,
You,
where I'm at in the show,
okay,
he
go
could
ahead.
still at this point walk away.
Well,
He could still walk away.
enlighten us.
They still don't know what he looks like.
No, they know what he looks like.
No, they don't. They think.
No, the woman knows what he looks like, because remember, she popped in on him at a he was somewhere, and he turned around and the woman who recruited him found him and he was surprised.
Hang on. They did well on making him a better person than MI6 agent Bianca. Bianca got on my nerves. Am I? First of all, let me put it to you like this: Am I the only one that wants him to get away? Am I the only
No,
one that wants
you
this dude?
always want the bad guys to get
He,
you want a penguin to get away.
I mean,
News really quick sidebar about Penguin. We might get a season 2, guys, so just keep your ear open. We'll let you know, but I am hearing um the stuff that I've been seeing online. Apparently, it's possible for a season 2. I guess they're still in negotiations about it, but hopefully we'll get season 2, and if so, we will bring it to you. Please continue.
that's what's up. That's good. Information drop. Haley says, "No, I hate her. I hate her too. They're not the same to me. Like he. So I'm torn a little bit, right? The guy who he's trying to take out,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
I don't want him to take out, right? Because I see him in today's politics, right? I wish I knew where all these dollars were going so we could start pointing out the people that need to get on up out of here.
Okay.
But he wants to get that big payday so he can take care of his family. Right.
Mm-hmm. So $100 million will do that.
Bianca punk.
Oof.
I don't like Bianca. Man. I don't like Bianca.
Ooh. Easy.
Bianca, she don't talk to her family, right? She yell at her husband just for trying to be like a good dad. Her daughter almost watched her murk somebody right in her bedroom, and she was like, "Just get out, Just what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a bad mom. You're a bad mom. You need to reset. You need to reset. Think about your decisions, okay? You need to think about what's going on. All right, that makes sense. You don't feel bad. She should feel bad because she got that lady and her daughter killed.
No.
Would you feel bad
if I got someone? Absolutely.
She got dose people killed. Dose. Okay, Svi. 2 multiple people murked. Right? Okay. Bailey says killed her informant's kid and lied. You know what I'm saying? Got her choked out, and her daughter had a.
I mean, but this is the industry that we're in.
I don't even what her daughter had, like a seizure flexion or something.
Oh
I don't know, what do you call it? When she like had a
excuse me.
She had some kind of throat. I don't know. Whatever. She had her chest seized up or something. Her body stopped breathing. I don't know what you would call it. She died from complications. Life
a
complications.
Seizure?
I don't think she had a seizure.
Okay.
I just think she had
her chest seized up, so seizure or heart attack somewhere in there.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but she didn't feel bad about that. Did you just let her ride? And then she lied to her after she found out her daughter had died. She lied to her. That is the most scummy ish I've ever seen in my life. No, your daughter's fine. She's in the. We got her. We're gonna be letting her go tomorrow. And she had to go to her. She was like, "Guess what? I got good news. You grimy ass, grimy broad. I cannot believe she did that. Her daughter was dead. And she was like, I got good news. She's getting out tomorrow. It's trash, man.
But
no, that bothered me.
Okay.
That bothered me. That grimy. That's grimy. Right, Bailey? Grimy. It's terrible. You can't do that to people.
Bailey said grimy.
You can't do that to people. When she did that, like that bugged me. I was already off.
Well, clearly.
I was already off. What her name? What's the cop's name? I forgot the cop's name. Bianca, punk ass. I hate Bianca. I hate her.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she gets better towards the end of the season or whatever. But after she did that to that lady didn't ask for none of that. Didn't ask for none of that. She already looked like she was struggling in life. She was married to an abusive husband.
Okay.
And they had a daughter together.
But this is the industry that they're in.
No, she was out. She did her time. She got out of prison. She just wanted to live her life with her family, even though she got a poor taste. Even though she got poor taste in men, right? Even though she got poor taste in men, and she was dating some dude with a dragon on his throat. Even though it was that, right? She still had her modest living, right? And Bianca walked back in her life and blew her mess up with some dynamite. Just blew up her whole spot.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you two probably watch me after saying something like that, but it's whatever. Bailey said Bianca's the devil, right? She is.
The devil.
She is. She's a horrible person. She's a horrible person. And I know you didn't see the last episode, but I did. Okay.
Go ahead.
So they Jackal needed help.
Mm-hmm.
He needed help. He needed to get Bianca off him.
Okay.
Right. So he told the people who had hired him to assist him with the Bianca problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh.
They hired these 3 first day assassins who pulled up in a Land Rover.
Oh.
And they had an automatic weapon, and they tried to they every shot missed. Every single shot. They even hit him in the kneecap. Nothing. They missed everything. They didn't hit Bianca. They didn't hit Bianca's partner. They even had a
Guys.
dude down the street in the car. They missed him too.
Guys.
They didn't hit anybody. They hit nobody. Should have gave him a Nerf gun. He'd probably hit more stuff with that. It was absolutely atrocious what he had done. Absolutely atrocious. I could not believe what I was watching. So anyway, they shot everybody in the car that the agency or whoever had hired to get Bianca off. They got all them dudes, all of them. So that was the end of that. I don't understand. If I was him right now, I'd walk away. I would walk away.
But is he in too deep at this point?
No, he's not in too deep. He has more money than he knows what to do with right now in his drawer. Right. First, I'm going back. I'm smacking his wife's his wife's brother because he took 40 grand out of his.
Well, he's not gonna miss it, and he knew that her brother was an opportunist anyway. Because remember, he was already on him about buying into a bar or something.
No.
Oh.
No, you don't go to where I keep my drawers and go take 40 grand. You don't do that. Huh? You don't do that. You got to meet me outside. Now we got to talk about some stuff. Let me tell you something. You don't be going through my.
Well, they were trying to get her. They were trying to get her to leave the husband. Remember?
And he took a piece. He took a piece too. He took a weapon and he took 40 G's.
Well,
your broke ass. Don't let me catch you. Is all I'm saying. I see.
He said that while he is out of town on business, I'm here to take care of my sister and the kid and everything. So maybe that's his fee and the item that he needs for personal protection. I don't know.
No. First, here
I'm trying.
He's not even thinking straight. First of all, if you want to hear, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It helps us out. Helps our channel grow. I won't use the algorithm word.
And you just did. So.
Anymore. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If I walked in there, right? If I walked into that room and I saw money, I'd be like, oh man, that's a lot. I should probably get some of that. And I open the drawer a little bit more.
And see the weapons.
And I saw that gun, I'd be like, oh, you know what?
No, I won't touch it either.
I had second thoughts. You put this money back. You know what I was thinking. Where's Jesus at? I'm gonna go watch Earth Abides.
Oh.
I don't understand how you see a weapon and you see this dude can make masks, right? He's got all this money hidden, and you gonna steal from him? Yes. That's your plan? Come on, man, you gotta make better life choices.
Here's my question, because I don't think I saw that, so it must have been after episode that I've seen.
It's the latest episode.
So the husband's still able to see it because didn't he have cameras set up in those areas? So the husband's still able to see that.
Yes, he saw it. He saw it.
Ooh, that's not good.
He's not letting on that he knows that, he saw it, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's another piece that surprised me and my wife as we sat there and watched this show. Mm-hmm. So he meets a gentleman at a bar. Mm-hmm. So Melvin knew exactly where I was going. That's exactly what I'm about to hit him with. So Melba. I'm just going to preface this by saying I do not have any issue with
your preferences.
Yeah, I don't care. Right. I don't care if you in love.
Right.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love love. So you do your thing. I don't care. I don't care if it's with same sex. I don't care if whatever. Right. If you happy, I'm happy. Right. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. All I'm saying is Melba said in the movie the guy dies. Melba, did you see the entire thing, Melba?
Melba's dishing.
Melba.
Finish what you were saying.
Okay, so Melba, I only saw to episode 8. That's fine. I mean, I don't care if you say it. It's all good. I don't care. So he finds this guy, right? The same guy who works at the theater. I don't know if you saw that episode, right? All right. So you could kind of see the guy kind of looking at him. He was giving the eyes. He was like, "Yo," giving him like that look, like, "Hey." I don't know. I don't know what they.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying. Anyway. So they he decides that he's gonna take him back. He's gonna take him back to a spot. Now, in my brain, I'm like, okay, so he's trying to get like a key pass or like
Something spy.
right. He's trying to get something so he can get access to
He's
this theaters
trying
because
to.
it's about to go down.
Yeah,
Right.
it
So
is
they go
about to
back
go
to his
down.
place. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
he's about to pull out that piece.
yeah, he is.
Not that one. The pew pew. You know what I'm saying? He's about to pull that out and about to make things happen. So
all of this has a double entendre. What you just said. I just need you to know that.
yeah.
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 When I thought he was gonna pull out a weapon, so dumb.
Go ahead.
I thought when he was about to pull out a gun, a handgun,
Yep.
and pop him and take his credentials or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that.
Mm.
He didn't do that. He kissed him in the mouth, and I was like, all right, so I guess here's where it's about to happen. It didn't. It didn't happen there.
How is him kissing him? He's gonna as he's reaching for the credentials.
I was like, this dude he's all in.
So he's cheating on his wife.
Again, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, well, so he's cheating on his wife with this theater guy
multiple times.
Oh,
multiple times.
Okay,
he is just smashing day in and day out. I'm like, bro, what are you trying to get from this man? Huh? What exactly are you trying to get with this dude?
Okay.
I didn't get it. So I've seen the Jackal before, the regular. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Is this the same thing? Like, is this the same? Is this the same type of thing? I do remember Bruce Willis being the Jackal. He had like white spiky hair.
Again, hair flying in the wind.
And who was the? I remember Jack Black being in it. I think Jack Black was.
Switch sides.
Do you remember the Jack from back in the day?
Vaguely.
He built him that weapon he can control with like a pen. I think it was.
Yeah, that big gun or whatever.
Yeah.
That they're looking at by the lake or something in the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
And then he told Jack Black to run.
Yeah.
And then he did it. I'm not going out there. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'm the spy guy.
Yeah.
You just built me this illegal weapon.
Yeah.
And either if you stay in here, I'm going to break your neck, or you run for your life. Either way, you have the possibility of.
I can absolutely 100% promise you, I'm not running in front of that weapon.
So then we're just going to stand here.
We're going to do some hand stuff. I'm probably going to lose.
We're going to
because I'm big. I'm a little bit big. I'm out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You are an assassin, so you got the upper hand. But I'm not running in front of that weapon. So we might as well get this.
All right,
Bruce. Oh, that's right. That's right. Christopher Bailey reminded me he did seduce a guy.
I don't remember that. But was it part of the job or just his preference?
It was part of the no, it was part of the job, but it didn't go as far as it didn't go as far as sex. Like I forget exactly why he was doing it. I'm pretty sure he needed him for something. But he was at his house while the love interest was out. And when he came home, the love interest was upset because Bruce Willis wasn't taking him out anywhere. He wasn't taking him to dinner. He wasn't doing anything. And then he saw Bruce Willis on the news. And Bruce looked at him and saw that he saw him on the news. And without a breath, like one of the coldest deaths I've ever seen, just kind of like shrugged his shoulders, reached into his back pocket, pulled out a pistol, and bow, just did it right there.
And you wanted Jack Black to just disobey?
I mean, whatever. That's fine.
I'm just saying. It's one of those things.
No, but say, yes, that's what I'm saying. Bruce seduced a man, and then that killed him. He did. Bailey said, I tried to watch Dune Prophecy, and that was way too slow. All that money story. Every Dune has been slow to me. Every single Dune. Now, that's up your alley, ain't it?
I like Dune.
Well, let's hear it.
I haven't watched the most recent episode, so I can't. I've been busy. Holidays.
I feel like a show like that, they just keep moving the goalpost. I know it sounds like I don't enjoy nothing. which is
Mm.
I'm starting to realize that
Mhm.
I need some happiness in my life. But
Mm.
I enjoy most of these shows. They just have to stay consistent, and I don't like filler episodes. So if there's a show with a filler episode, I don't want to watch it.
It's not, but is it I agree the consistency in some of the shows. I don't always see the same shows that you do as filler episodes. Some of them are informative.
What do you mean?
In- Informative.
My bad. There you go.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Some of them are just informative, like the information that you're getting in Silo. I know you're not liking it, and but it's giving you information, not just like what's happening specifically in the silo that Juliet came from, but you're also getting some historical data, like when they went and said, oh, um the engineers are always blamed for every time that there's a rebellion. You got that information because of what you deem a filler episode. So I'm just saying sometimes they're not always fillers, they're informative. The face. Jeez.
Okay. uh, I should have focused on AI because there's more real time events. Yeah, I agree. Um, Bailey says I don't care about the witches. Okay, so
Mhm.
the witches are a fixture to
With
Doom,
oh,
right?
in Doom, we're
They're a
back to
fixture
Doom.
to Doom.
Okay.
They
The sisterhood.
right.
Mhm.
They have secretly been. I mean, as what they are in the prophecy is what they are in the movies. Like they secretly talk to each other and they kind of coerce, people into doing their bidding without making them realize that that's what they're doing. And but the new show with this dude, where he's got these magical powers, he can make people burn up from the inside.
They still haven't specifically gotten into like how he got those powers after he was eaten by the worm. They just basically said that after he was eaten by the worm, he had these powers. So I'm still waiting on that
I don't know.
information or how they get there.
As far as sci-fi, it's decent. It's just boring. It's so goddamn boring.
It's in
What?
I like it.
Okay.
I
You
do.
know.
Desmond's burning people from the inside out still.
Right, but what's the extent of
And
his power?
now you
Why is he doing what he's doing? Like, why does he care about the king or ruler? Why? What's his game? What's he after? Nobody's even asked that question. If a dude who can clearly take power, right, because he can microwave your insides
Mhm.
whenever he wants to, why would he stop and listen to you? Did no one think to ask themselves that question? Why does he want to be on our side? Because he likes our side so much? Shut up, dude. You need to find out what he
If I'm
wants.
not mistaken, I think that question was asked, but it really wasn't answered in one of the most recent episodes. But he said in his first episode that he was, I think it was the first episode that he was on, he said that he has seen where the power has shifted from what it used to be, and it was easily seen, and in a sense easily dealt with, to now the sisterhood where they're doing it in the shadows like you just said, and he doesn't want that. He wants the balance of power to go back to what it should be. So he's helping and he's not even really helping the emperor. It's the emperor's wife that's that he's more in line with than the emperor himself.
Melba says a boring show. I agree,
Oh,
Melba.
Melba, I'm sorry.
I agree with you,
I
Melba.
like it.
I know. I know. And that's why that's why I like doing a show with you, because we don't agree on none of that. The show's ass. It's not ass. It's just it's not.
It doesn't have enough action for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need a little bit more to
Mm,
sink my teeth into.
mm.
Um,
It's dense. It is a dense show. So
Three
I'll give you
attempts
that.
to watch episode 2, snoring every time. Bailey, I'm right there with you, player. I'm right there with you. I just
Oh.
I can't watch the show. I just can't watch the show. We're gonna take this pause real quick to tell you to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'm not gonna mention the A word, but it helps out our channel. So appreciate that. We try and do this. We try and do this show every Thursday, and I do little shows every now and then. Probably gonna do more in the fall.
Oh, Mel, but don't say sorry. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, it's fine.
Probably gonna do more shows in the fall. I can't wait for Invasion to come back out. I am going to.
He gonna rip it, you guys.
That is gonna be my favorite
Shredded.
show. Favorite show. Dennis Wright says more talk, less talky, more violence. I agree with you.
You guys, my goodness.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I mean, that's where I am. That's where I am with
Earth Abides.
Earth Abides, Dune, and what was the Day of the Jackal. Right now, I'm at the point where he's in a music hall, and he's hiding in a, I don't know, under like a floorboard or something, and he's waiting for his target to show up. Again, he should just leave. Like his wife wants him to leave, and he should just go. You know.
I very distinctly remember before, like, again, I'm not up to where you are, but I very distinctly remember the woman that hired him. Didn't she come to like his hotel room or something? He was in a he was in like a hotel, and she tracked him down, and he was surprised by that. So it's possible. Again, I'm not up to where you are, but he's probably still doing it because he's afraid that now, okay, she knows who I am. She knows where I reside or whatever. She was able to track me down. So how would him and his family not be in danger?
So,
oh, guys, that pause.
No,
Ooh.
because in this episode that you haven't seen, right? They presented a face to what's that woman's name?
Desiree Donna.
What is the name of that cop? Bianca. They presented a face on paper to Bianca. It was not his face. And she acknowledged it as, okay, maybe this may not be him. It's not him.
But I'm not talking about Bianca.
I understand what you're saying, which means they don't know what he looks like. They don't know what he looks like for certain, right? Which means you are free and clear. You could back out of this right now.
Legally. I'm talking about the people that hired him.
What are they gonna do? What are you gonna do?
They tracked him.
You gonna come after an assassin? You gonna come after a second? What are you gonna send? The three Russians they sent to go kill Bianca? Huh? Renting assassins? No, I don't think so. I think you're free and clear. You should leave. You've never been hunted like this, right? They've never been after him like they're after him right now. And with every job he's been a part of, he's gotten away scot-free. He's been in and he's gotten out. This job, you cannot complete this job without putting yourself in more danger, without putting your family in danger, without possibly losing your life, without possibly putting your child's life in danger. You are messing up, right? It's not worth that. Like, you have to be able to say, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm not doing this.
I think it's in part because the group that hired him knows who he is, but also because didn't he also kill that guy who didn't pay up because he's like, basically it's my reputation. So it's also, I feel like, about a code for him. I could be wrong, but maybe it's a code for him. Like, if I take on a job, I'm going to see it through.
You're going to go to prison. Or you're going to die. Is what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to see it through. You're going to get 3 hots in a cot. That's what you're going to get. If you don't stop this right now. Bailey says he loves Invasion. Loves it. Me too, Bailey.
No. Do you love it as like comic relief, Bailey? Or
no, he loves it. Absolutely. He just wrote it in the comment section. He says that he loves it to death. He doesn't. As a matter of fact, he says it's his favorite show. So, way to go, Bailey.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. He said he hates it. He said he hates the goddamn show. He hates the show. Listen, I hated Invasion as well. Okay, I love science fiction. Okay, I love science fiction. And when they came out with this show and they were like aliens and they showed military and all this other stuff. Bailey says he only watched from my review. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice. I appreciate that for real. I was not expecting what I got, and I will tell you right now, it was probably episode 3, I think, where this lady's space shuttle blew up in space, and I was like, how's she gonna get back? And I was like, oh, and she started swimming through space, swimming, and I was like, what the actual am I watching? Is she swimming?
Yes.
Do these people not know how space works? She's swimming.
Yes.
She was kicking and everything.
I'm doing a backstroke.
I was like, you gotta stop this. I was like, you gotta come see this. You ain't gonna believe what I just saw. She was swimming. And then from then on, it just got way, way worse. Bailey says use toilet water. Use toilet water. That is something.
Oh, that just turned my stomach.
Well, that's what the show did. And then they just started messing up.
I just remember her still dreaming or thinking she was still interacting with her fiance or something like that. I don't know.
I think in one
I'll
of my
have to go back and watch it again, guys. I have watched, but it's so ridiculous. I just choose not to retain that information.
It's coming on soon. And then it looks like they didn't even try after a while, because he was like a Navy SEAL, right? When they threw him in prison, he had his BDU said U.S. Army.
And I remember you were complaining about that. And then he had a
Navy SEAL. He had a Navy SEAL anchor on his chest. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How do you not do your homework on this kind of stuff? How do you not do that at least? So I don't know. It's decent, but you got any suggestions as to what the people should watch before we get ready to get out of here?
Not. Yeah, I'm looking at maybe something. I don't know if it's good yet or not, so I'm not gonna shout it out.
What?
Literally just said.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's alcohol. Mark says watch Before on Apple TV. Before. Have you heard of that?
Look at that right now. Hang on. I have heard of it.
I'll look at that right now.
I have not seen it. They got another show coming out called
Severance. Is Severance back out?
No, not yet. I don't think so.
So if you have not seen Severance, you need to watch that. That's an amazing show. It's an amazing show. For those of you who don't know what Severance is about, it's about a new way for people to separate work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw season 1. I didn't watch season 2.
You essentially, to keep the company's secrets safe, right? You essentially take a pill. I think it's a pill, and your work half stays at work like the entire time. And when you leave the building, it's like a switch gets turned off in your brain, and that half of you goes home and enjoys your home life.
So you have literally no idea what your home person does versus your work person.
Yeah, you don't know if you have kids. You don't know if you're married. So the people, you essentially become two people, and both people think differently, right? The people who are at work, they want to go home. They don't want to stay at work anymore. They want to get out of there. And a couple of times they do get out of there and they meet
other people that have gone through the process of of having the ability to merge both halves.
Yeah. So they see a video of themselves saying that they love being a part of this program, and that they want them to stay at work. It is
so it's what they do
show.
before they it's what they do before they take the pill or whatever. So it's manipulative by the excuse me, company to make you say, well, this is what I said, so this must be what I really want. So
Mark says, same body. I would write myself a note. They did that. They did all of that. They did
everything that you would think of, they've done.
Yeah, it's just that their at home self is like, no, you're staying in there. It's two people in the same body who are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you had amnesia, right? And you became a better person or a worse person after the amnesia. You're two separate people. It's the same exact thing. Only the people at work want to know what's outside
Mm-hmm.
of the walls at work, and they
Mm-hmm.
never go home.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to
so,
figure out what's outside.
their work, the work persona doesn't know that they go home. So they just think that they all they see every day is just those four walls. So
Look at this. I never even saw the commercial for before. So I'll
Yeah.
check this out.
there's
Some,
okay,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna, but I can't remember the name of it. There's another show that's coming out on Apple Plus. Begins with a G, I think. I can't remember.
On Apple Plus,
Mm-hmm.
is it called Garbage?
Yes, it's called Garbage.
I'm just kidding. So my sister's kicking me because it's almost time to go.
Oh,
And
I gotta get.
I know she's got cooking to do. Get ready for Christmas.
Cooking to do, guys.
I want to miss. Try again. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas.
He was about to miss this statement as well. Let's go ahead. I'm sorry. Start from the beginning. He's gonna wish you guys a happy holiday. Go ahead, do it.
Then it says turducken.
No,
I
sorry.
appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. If you don't have anywhere to go for Christmas,
We
or-
watched this.
yeah, you just hit me on Discord and we could talk or whatever. We can hang out. I don't care. I'm not that dude where I don't think I can't talk to anybody. So y'all try and enjoy yourselves, enjoy each other,
Be
kids,
safe,
family,
please,
all that stuff.
everybody. With the holidays, people, drinking or whatever. Just be safe in your travels, and hold your loved ones tight.
Yeah. And we're gonna work on the show and try and come back and have something a little bit better for you the next time we do this.
Yep.
And I'll inform you guys when we're gonna do the next live. So y'all be easy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and enjoy the content. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Cheers.
See you.